World Finance proudly presents its award for Insurance Company of the Year, Middle East 2009 to Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company. Walid Sidani and Samir Abdul, many congratulations from World Finance on winning the Insurance Company of the Year, Middle East 2009.
Thank you very much, Howell. We're very pleased to be here. This is the first time we received this prestigious award, and I want to thank you and the World Finance team for this honor on behalf of the entire ADNIC team back in the United Arab Emirates.
How has the world economic crisis affected your core market and the way you do business?
Well, Howell, insurance is our core competency, and insurance is typically a commodity that helps drive the economy. And with the downturn as we're experiencing today, and especially in the last 9 months, no doubt there's been an effect. However, we believe ADNIC is strategically positioned for 2010 because we're focusing on our core competencies, which is modernization, expansion, and attracting talent. Specifically, to answer your question, there has been an effect on our marine business, particularly on cargo. As you know, there's less importation coming into the United Arab Emirates with raw materials, and so that affects that business. The other aspect that has been affected is our construction business. And it's frankly two reasons. One is part of it is because of the economic environment, but the second one is that a lot of the projects that started 3 to 5 years ago are now getting to closure. So it's hard to gauge that one, but certainly on the marine side, I can tell you that has been impacted. At the same time, we've been able to compensate with offering additional consumer-related products, such as healthcare insurance products, which allows us to balance our portfolio generally.
So how resilient would you say business in the UAE and Abu Dhabi itself has been in the face of this crisis?
I think Abu Dhabi has been quite resilient, and one of the core areas why it has been is because Abu Dhabi has embarked on a 2030 vision. So it helps companies like ADNIC to have a lighthouse that supports its growth and plans for sustainability for the next 19, 20 years. So we're very pleased to be part of that vision, and it helps companies like ADNIC again to make sure that we navigate through those choppy waters.
You've been established in the UAE for a long time, 37 years. How has the insurance market developed in the UAE in that time?
Well, we were established and we're very pleased to celebrate our 37th year anniversary on September 10th. Again, if you look back 10, 15 years ago, the UAE market, the insurance market, was only about 20 insurance companies. Today, the UAE has 58 insurance companies. Of those 58 insurance companies, half of them are foreign and multinational companies. And it doesn't just stop there. In fact, there's about 6 to 8 companies that are takaful, which are companies that are doing business in line with Sharia principles and values. So the sophistication of the insurance market is evident from the numbers I just mentioned, and it helps ADNIC. In fact, that bringing foreign companies to the UAE helps ADNIC also adopt insurance best practices and international standards to be able to be competitive.
You've been given an A- rating by Standard & Poor's with a stable outlook. How important is a strong rating going forward?
It's very critical. First, we're very pleased to be reaffirmed again by S&P with our stable outlook and strong financial strength. And it's a reaffirmation for the company that our financial business model is solid. It's nice to get an outsider's opinion on our liquidity position, our financial strength in terms of our asset management and asset liability management, and we're pleased with those things. Now, also more practical and on an operational level, a lot of the tenders and project offers that we're getting require that the local insurance company should be A-rated. So from the starting gate, if you will, we have a strategic advantage over the other competition.
You've maintained very strong capitalization, strong earnings, strong liquidity in the midst of this crisis. What's been the strategy?
ADNIC is known as the reliable insurer. And part of that reliability is values that are inherently part of the machine of insurance, which is to have liquidity, sufficient liquidity to be able to pay for current and future losses. So our model has been relatively prudent and conservative in terms of how we do underwriting and claims management. But at the end, those are the core products and services that we offer. We offer protection, and when that protection is required, we're there to pay it.
Your aims are modernization and expansion. In which ways, which directions?
Right. Modernization actually has taken several facets. Modernization in terms of the facilities and infrastructure that we own and operate in the United Arab Emirates. We're currently in the process of renovating our buildings, and we're very pleased that the Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company building in Abu Dhabi is one of the oldest and the first high-rise, if you will. Now it's a small building compared to its neighbors. But we're investing in our founding areas. We're also enhancing our processes, internal processes, the mindset of the people. We're getting new talent that are able to anticipate market conditions and actually be in competition with the other companies that are in the market today. Modernization also means investing a lot in information technology. So we're in the process of implementing a fully integrated insurance system. Again, these are aspects of modernization. In terms of expansion, we have not focused on expanding and opening up points of sale, if you will, and small branches across the MENA region. We, on the contrary, we view that the way to expand is through having strategic alliances and partnerships with multinational companies. So most recently, we have established a joint venture with a highly reputed Lloyd's underwriter, Talbot Underwriters. So today, Talbot and ADNIC are operating in the Dubai International Financial Center under underwriting risk management services, Middle East. And again, it's a great way to have the East and West operate in a very compliant-oriented and structured business setting.
Your quest is to be the region's preferred insurer. That's a big quest. What's your plan to get there?
Well, you have to think big to act big, and vice versa. So we're doing that. We're trying to do that, and we believe that focusing on our core competencies, which is to modernize the company, to expand a highly reputed insurance company, and continue to obtain talent, highly qualified, skilled talent, will be the core pillars of the organization going forward. And we believe that 2009 will be the year to do that so that we can fully leverage 2010 and beyond.